Hello students. Now we are dealing with the fourth unit, partial differential equations and their applications of our M3 syllabus. In the last lecture we have seen to solve the given partial differential equation by direct integration. Now one more easy way to solve the partial differential equations we are going to understand. This topic is entitled as linear equations of first order. First, let us see the definition. The partial differential equation that contains first order partial derivatives P and Q only is called as partial differential equation of first order. We have seen that the partial differential equation contains x, y, z, p, q, r, s, t. P and Q are the notations used for first order partial derivatives of the function z or any function which is dependent on one and more independent variables. R, S, T are the notations used for second order partial derivatives of the function. Here the condition is that if the given partial differential equation is containing only the first order partial derivatives P and Q, then we can call that partial differential equation as a partial differential equation of first order. Now we will see the definition of linear equation of first order or linear partial differential equation of first order. If P and Q both occur in the first degree only and if they are not in multiplication form with each other, then that partial differential equation of first order is known as linear partial differential equation of first order. So here the degree of P and Q decides the degree of partial differential equation. Degree 1 equations are called as linear equations. So now we are going to see the Lagrange's linear equations. Lagrange's linear equations. The partial differential equation of the form PP plus QQ equal to R, where PQR are the functions of x, y and z, is the standard form of the Cauchy-linear partial differential equation of the first order and is called as Lagrange's linear equation. So here you may observe that small p and small q are used, means the first order partial derivatives are only involved, and hence this equation is no doubt linear partial differential equation of first order. But here the arrangement of the terms is in the form PP plus QQ equal to R, where PQR are the functions of x, y and z, and hence this is the form of Lagrange's linear equation. If the given partial differential equation is in this form, then we can solve it very easily. Let us see the method to solve Lagrange's linear equations. Solve the following partial differential equations will be the question. First example, xp plus yq equal to 3z. Here the first step is you have to compare this equation with the standard form of Lagrange's linear equations, that is pp plus qq equal to r. Comparing we get capital P equal to x and capital Q equal to y. RHS R is equal to 3z. Now you have to write auxiliary equations given by dx by capital P equal to dy by capital Q equal to dz by capital R. So with particular results for PQR, we can write these equations as dx by x equal to dy by y equal to dz by 3z. Let us call this equation as equation 1. So here in equation 1 we are having three ratios equated to each other. Now to find a solution, consider any pair of these three ratios and find a solution, and repeat this procedure one more time. So consider first two ratios of this equation 1, dx upon x equal to dy upon y. This equation is such that all the terms containing x and dx are on one side and the terms containing y and dy are on another side. So this is variable separable form of differential equation, and hence we can integrate both the sides with respect to x and y respectively to get the solution. So integrating this result, we get log x equal to log y plus log c, where log c is constant of integration as this is indefinite integration. Since both the terms for integration of 1 upon x and integration of 1 upon y are log, here the constant of integration is written as log c, so that we can apply the laws of logarithm. So we get log x minus log y equal to log c. LHS becomes log of x upon y equal to log c. Taking antilog on both the sides, we get x upon y equal to c. Let us call this as a, where a is some constant. So this is one solution. Now we have to find one more solution. So for that we have to consider another pair of ratios from equation 1. Let us consider first and third ratio. Again here variables are separated with their differential terms. So this is variable separable form, and hence we can integrate to find the solution. Log x equal to 1 by 3 log z plus log c2. C2 is some another constant we are using. Multiplying both the sides by 3, we get 3 log x minus log z equal to 3 log c2. Applying laws of logarithm, we get log of x cube by z equal to log of c2 cube. Taking antilog on both the sides, we get x cube by z equal to c2 cube equal to some constant b. So in this way we have obtained two solutions from the given three ratios which are written in equation 1. So now we can write the general solution of the given partial differential equation as phi of a comma b equal to 0, where a and b are x upon y, x cube by z respectively. So the general solution is phi of x upon y comma x cube by z equal to 0. So this is the very simple method to find the solution of linear partial differential equations of first order. Let us see one more solution, one more example. yzp plus zxq equal to xy. So comparing this PDE with the standard form, we get p equal to yz, q equal to zx and r equal to xy. Let us write the Lagrange's auxiliary equations which are in ratio form. So dx upon yz equal to dy upon zx equal to dz upon xy. Consider first and second ratio. Here z can be eliminated from both the denominators. So we get dx upon y equal to dy by x. By cross multiplication we get here x dx equal to y dy. So now this is variable separable form of differential equation. We can integrate to get the solution. Integrating, LHS gives us the result as x square by 2 and RHS y square by 2 plus C1, where C1 is constant of integration. Simplification gives x square minus y square equal to 2C1. Call this 2C1 as some a. So x square minus y square equal to a is the first solution considering first two ratios of equation 1. Now consider another pair of ratios from equation 1. Second and third here I have considered. Here again x is a common factor, get eliminated. So dy upon z equal to dz upon y is the simplified pair of ratios. Cross multiplication gives y dy equal to z dz. Variable separable form. Integrate both the sides. Y square by 2 equal to z square by 2 plus c2. So from this we get second solution as y square minus z square equal to b. Now we can write the general solution of the PDE as phi of AB equal to 0, that is phi of x square minus y square minus z square equal to 0. So this is also very simple example. Now we will see a different kind of example now. Y plus z into p minus z plus x into q equal to x minus y. Comparing, we get PQR as y plus z, q equal to minus of z plus x, and r equal to x minus y. Write the auxiliary equations. Now here we cannot eliminate the factors in the denominator as the terms are connected by plus or minus sign. So now let us see what are the steps. Here the second way we are going to use, that is we are going to use multipliers as 1, 1, 1 for these three ratios respectively. So this is multiplied by 1, this is multiplied by 1, and this is also multiplied by 1. And then on addition we get each ratio equal to, just add the numerators after multiplication. So 1 dx plus 1 dy plus 1 dz divided by denominators 1 into y plus z, the first denominator, 1 into minus of z plus x plus 1 into x minus y. So on addition denominator becomes 0. So here we can write the numerator dx plus dy plus dz equal to 0. Now we can integrate this equation to get first solution. So integration is very simple. X plus y plus z equal to c1, where c1 is constant of integration, we can call it as some constant a. Now we have to find another set of multipliers so that again the denominator becomes 0. So now let us see what is the another set of multipliers. So if we multiply this equation 1, all the three ratios, by x, y and minus z, that is the first ratio by x, second ratio by y and third ratio by minus z, then each ratio is equal to, by properties of equal ratios we can write this x dx plus y dy plus minus z dz divided by x into y plus z, that is xy plus xz, y into minus of z plus x, that is minus yz minus yx, and z into x minus y, that is minus z into x minus y, that is minus zx plus zy. Here also we get denominator 0, so we can write numerator equal to 0. Now just you have to integrate this result so that we get the another solution. So integrating we get x square by 2 plus y square by 2 minus z square by 2 equal to another constant of integration c2. Simplification gives x square plus y square minus z square equal to 2c2. Let us call it as another constant b. So the general solution of the given PDE is phi of AB equal to 0, that is phi of x plus y plus z, the first solution from result 2, comma x square plus y square minus z square, second solution from result 3 equal to 0. So in this way you can solve the Lagrange's linear equations to obtain the solution of the partial differential equation in very simple way, just using the properties on equal ratios and integration results. So now, referring these three solutions, you can solve these four examples. First, second example to be solved referring first and second solution. Third example also to be solved referring first and second solution, but here you have to use the result of solution 1 obtained in that equation, and same for fourth example. So try to solve these examples referring the solved three examples. In the next lesson, in the next lecture, we will see some more examples of this Lagrange's linear equations. Till then, have a nice time. Thank you.